Back in the 1970s, I can't remember if I was still at seminary or had actually become a priest. I then met a woman in my hometown who told me she had recently converted to Catholicism, and yet she had been ostracized by her family, who were members of a group called the Plymouth Brethren. And so she was cast out of their lives. And I remember thinking then, ooh, that's a very strange thing to do. If somebody professes a love of God and somebody they love professes a slightly different way of worshipping, it is a strange gospel. But it does not for one moment give us permission to respond to another person in anything else but love. And especially and particularly when it's correction. That correction should never be made in anger or haste. So even a correction can be lovingly given. The reason the young woman was ostracized by her family was because the Plymouth Brethren take the Bible as its only source of inspiration. In their mind, her parents, she dishonored her parents. And that left me as a young man bemused, shocked, and mystified. John O'Shea, a well-known writer, speaks about us being hardwired for God. We often hear that said today. Not quite sure where it originated. But he also reminds us we are hardwired also for food, drink, air, and sex. And it's only because of the last one, we're here. And if we did away with the first three, we wouldn't be here for very long. We know we have these needs, and that's the way that we've been created, with a need. Without those basic needs, we wouldn't survive. But we know, maybe many of us here have overindulged in some of those needs. And those needs have got the better of us. And when a need gets the better of us, it messes up our lives right royally. And so I thank God that in this parish we do welcome AA on 3 different meetings throughout the week, because we know alcohol, we speak about alcohol every time we come to Mass, but we know that when it's not honored in the right respect, that it can turn on us. We all need to be loved. And it's wonderful when we recognize the image of God in another human being. And that's what happens when people fall in love. They catch something of God. I've met some very holy people in my life, and I've been blessed by many holy people in this parish. But I'm sure if I was to tell you who they were, they would tell me they're not God. That they still also need to bow their head at an appropriate time, beat their chest when they say, Lord, have mercy. Love is the most beautiful gift. Without love, we wouldn't be here, because God is love. And so he gives us the earth, he gives us life to be lived and to shared, not to be kept to ourselves. And we go awry when we put something else in the place of God. There's going to be times, and I'm sure there have been and there will be in the future, times when we are overwhelmed. And hopefully somebody can remind us of where our true source and energy lies, in God, in the one revealed in Jesus Christ, in the one whose name that we have been blessed. We need all kinds of relationships in our lives. But that person, however wonderful, however holy, can never take the place of God. So I pray, as we prepare to celebrate the 4th of July, we thank God for a freedom to love, the freedom to live, and that we acknowledge the source of that love and life. Without God, without the God revealed in Jesus Christ, we wouldn't be here. But we do stand in certainty of his mercy and the invitation to life. And that life begins here, well ordered, well lived. Please like, subscribe, or comment below.